This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins. Haley is on assignment tonight. It might be the last time we ever see them together on stage. You've been watching the final debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. We'll have local reaction next, but first, let's go live now to Nevada with reaction from Lauren Lister, our ABC reporter, who's at the UNLV campus with details of tonight's debate. Lauren?
Good evening from Las Vegas. The night started with tension before things even got going. The candidates' families not even greeting each other ahead of the debate, and it was not long before the candidates' gloves were off. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump facing off in their third and final debate, foregoing a handshake greeting like the last time around. First topic, the Supreme Court. Trump on the attack from the get-go.
If my opponent should win this race, which I truly don't think will happen, we will have a Second Amendment, which will be a very, very small replica of what it is right now.
Because I support the Second Amendment doesn't mean that I want people who shouldn't have guns to be able to threaten you, kill you or members of your family.
Clinton and Trump duking it out over immigration.
Well, first of all, she wants to give amnesty. We have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
You're right. I don't want to rip families apart. He started his campaign bashing immigrants, calling Mexican immigrants rapists and criminals and drug dealers.
And
the billionaire businessman responding to allegations of sexual misconduct.
I didn't know any of these women. I think they want either fame or her campaign did it.
Donald thinks belittling women makes him bigger. He goes after their dignity, their self-worth. That's who Donald is.
The Republican candidate answering tough questions on his claim the election is rigged.
Do you make the same commitment that you will absolutely, sir, that you will absolutely accept the result of this election?
I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now.
Okay.
No, that is not the way our democracy works. We've accepted the outcomes when we may not have liked them.
Clinton also responding to questions over alleged hacked WikiLeaks emails, and the tension doesn't end tonight. Thursday night, there is a dinner in New York, a charity dinner, and in line with tradition, both candidates are scheduled to speak there. Live in Las Vegas, I'm Lauren Lister, ABC News. Now, you.
All right, thank you, Lauren. We're joined now by Sarasota-based author and election historian Mark Weston. Mark, thanks for being here tonight.
My pleasure.
Here's his latest book, The Runner-Up Presidency. Mark, what was the biggest surprise about this third and final debate in your mind?
For me, the biggest surprise was when Hillary Clinton criticized Donald Trump for mocking a disabled reporter, and he said into the microphone, "Wrong," when the whole country has seen the video. That was a surprise to me.
Who do you think won tonight's debate?
I think fewer people probably disliked Hillary's stiff smiles than Trump's unrelentingly harsh voice. So I think Hillary won the debate.
Any gotcha moments tonight did you see?
I saw a couple. One was when, during the immigration segment, the subject got on to the relationship between WikiLeaks and Russian intelligence, and Hillary Clinton was criticizing that, and Donald Trump said, that is an excellent pivot from the fact that you support open borders. And
go ahead.
I also thought Hillary Clinton reiterated her pledge not to raise taxes on anyone making less than $250,000 a year. And a little bit later, she said, we have undocumented immigrants who pay more taxes than Donald Trump.
In general, would you say there was less theatrics and more substance in this debate?
Yes, I would. I think Chris Wallace did a very good job keeping it substantive. More so in the first half of the debate. It was harder, I think, for him in the second half of the debate.
In light of the polls that have shown a wider gap with Clinton leading, many say that Trump needed to hit a home run tonight or a grand slam. Did that happen?
Not for people not in his base. I think for people in his base, there were a lot of home runs. For example, when he said, I am pro-life and will appoint pro-life judges, for people in Trump's base, that's a home run. For people not in Trump's base, they're not going to particularly care to hear that.
He needed to sway the undecided voters, and in your mind, that might not have happened to a large extent?
That's my opinion, exactly, yes.
All right, Mark Weston, thanks for your time, and I always enjoy talking to you. And while it was a big night for the two candidates, it was also a big day for the two election supervisors. Voting machines and equipment in Sarasota and Manatee counties were tested for accuracy. Machines in both counties are set to go for the election.
Whatever process we use in the real election, we're just duplicating that. And so technology is different, but it's really not much different.
On Trump's comments, the election rigged, it is absolutely rigged, okay? We rig it to make sure that the results are done correctly.
All 67 counties test their machines before early voting, which begins here on Monday. Meantime, the Florida Democratic Party wants a federal judge to allow people to cast a ballot during early voting, even if their registration has not been verified. State officials warn it could cause chaos with early voting beginning in some counties on Monday. Democrats say some election officials have told them that they won't be able to verify all new registrations in time. This despite registration being extended by a week because of Hurricane Matthew. Tens of thousands of Floridians did register to vote during that extended period. Let's get the first forecast now from meteorologist Bob Harrigan. And Bob, warm weather out there.
Well, we're looking at 74 degrees right now. Dew point pretty low, 63, and winds out of the northeast at 8 miles an hour. The pressure 30.01 inches, and that is on the rise. The weather headlines read like this: a tropical system developing east of the state. Warm again on Thursday, and a cold front is on the way, which will change things up a bit as we move on in toward the weekend. Some dry air in place. You can see that covering most of Florida and throughout the eastern Gulf of Mexico, all the way down into Cuba right now. And a low pressure area is trying to develop here just east of the Bahamas. A reconnaissance aircraft will be investigating that area possibly tomorrow. They canceled today's as a result of it not really developing much. As far as the forecast goes overnight, look for generally fair skies, low temperatures a little bit above average into the upper 60s, and we'll start off with lots of sunshine. We'll have much more in our forecast coming up in a few. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. There's talk in Tallahassee now about the state using drones to get a bird's eye view of accident scenes on the interstate. Some say it would be helpful. Others say it would be an invasion of privacy. We all know how it feels to be stuck in traffic due to an accident. But some highway officials think that using drones can help sort these out faster.
It just provides so many more tools to get a quick view from the air.
Andy Graber works for a fast-growing drone company in the Gillespie Park area of Sarasota. He admits he's biased, but he believes drones can help manage traffic accidents.
It would give you the opportunity to see maybe where that accident happened, where you need to shut down or move traffic because of that you just couldn't see from the ground.
But some say not so fast.
Anytime we're talking about government surveillance, it raises a whole host of privacy concerns.
Andrea Mogensen is a Sarasota-based attorney who does work with the American Civil Liberties Union. She says drones, even for interstate traffic tie-ups, raise questions.
Is the material going to be photographed? Is it going to be recorded? Is it going to capture areas that are private, such as residential backyards, residential homes, things of that nature, where people who are uninvolved, who have an expectation of privacy, that they can sunbathe in their backyard, in their fenced-in backyard without being observed, are suddenly subject to governmental surveillance.
3 years ago, Florida banned law enforcement from using drones for surveillance and evidence gathering. Meantime, back in Gillespie Park, where workers are mailing out drones as fast as they can package them, Graber says drones for accidents is a good idea as long as they don't fall in the wrong hands.
But I don't think the tool is the issue. It would be the person using it.
More discussion Tuesday on this issue between the governor and his cabinet in Tallahassee. The CDC has a new advisory recommending Zika testing for all pregnant women who recently spent time in Miami-Dade County. It's the only area of the country where mosquitoes have been continuously spreading the virus since this past summer. Infection during pregnancy can lead to severe birth defects. Also today, the State Health Department reported another travel-related case of Zika here in Sarasota County. Straight ahead, the official Suncoast forecast from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Plus, a surprise collapse in the streets of Miami. And an inmate kidnaps a guard. That story and more straight ahead.
Across the country, it's America's favorite jackpot game. Get ready, everybody. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Sam Marlin. Tonight, we have an estimated jackpot. It is worth $136.1 million. I hope you have those Powerball tickets. Good luck. Let's see if you could be our next big winner. First number down tonight is 43. Right after that, we have the number 63. Here's George Kells from Missouri. George won $50,000. playing Powerball. Next number down is 16. That's followed by 38. And we're going to wind it up for you tonight with the number 10. All right, now for your winning Powerball number, it is the number 23 tonight. And that Power Play multiplier is 2. Take one more close look at tonight's winning numbers. From all of us here at the Florida Powerball Studios, have a great night. We'll see you back here this Saturday night. Bye, everybody.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Fit for $149 or a Civic just $169 with no down payment. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord or CRV for $179 with no down payment. Your choice, just $179. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Another beautiful day in the Suncoast, but a dubious day in our history here.
Yeah, back in 1944, a lot of people think we don't get hit by hurricanes. We did. Not very often. This is one of the safest coasts in the Gulf of Mexico and the eastern seaboard, surprisingly, but we do get hit occasionally. And this is back in October 12th, looking back in 1944. It's known as the Cuba, Florida hurricane. We didn't name them back there. The names didn't start until the late 50s, and then male names came in the late 70s. But again, it started in October 12th as a tropical depression, moved up through Cuba, became a Category 4 hurricane, a major hurricane at that, and then slamming right into the west coast of Florida. Downgraded just as it made landfall to a Category 1, but still had a storm surge associated with a Category 3 storm. And the storm surge was estimated to move in where US 301 and 41 meet in Sarasota, where the Ford dealership is right there. That's how far the Gulf of Mexico came in. And estimated dollars today, if that storm were to hit, would be $19 billion insured losses. $19 billion with a B. So let's hope we don't get hit by one of those storms. So a late season storm, too. Appreciate that shot from Barbara, sent in from Lido, and another one of the Nice sunset. As far as sunset goes, Casey Key webcam showing the sun dropping below the horizon with just a little bit of cloudiness out there. Not much to show you as far as that goes, and it's going to stay dry too. And a lot of folks, at least a couple, have called up about the bright object in the southwestern sky. Well, that was Venus, and we'll see that again tomorrow night. So that bright object out there is Venus. Tropical system developing. It's dropping a little bit. The chances are from the National Hurricane Center over the next 5 days. Warm again on Thursday. Highs through this week have been in the low 90s, but a cold front is on the way, and it will be a significant one at that. We'll see temperatures much below average, it looks like, through Saturday and Sunday. A few showers along the east coast, pushing off to the west. Not much going on here now. As I mentioned, all is quiet and clear, and 74 degrees right now. The dew point temperature at 63. The northeast winds at 8, and the pressure 30.01 inches. Pretty high, and that's been holding steady. Well, there it is, 90. Our normal high, 85 degrees. We'll be in the low 80s. In even upper 70s on Saturday and Sunday, looks like. 70 for the low this morning, that too running high, and 2.64 inches of rain so far for this month. So statewide temperature, 68 degrees in Tallahassee, 72 in Jacksonville, it's 70 in Orlando, 80 in Miami now, and 80 in Key West. And the Gulf of Mexico hovering right around 80 degrees as well, but upper 60s to mid 60s already in the inland counties, Highlands, Hardee, and DeSoto counties, right around 69 in Arcadia right now, 73 in Venice, and Bradenton at 74. Mayaca City at 71 degrees. Well, the forecast tomorrow looks like this. Sunshine, plenty of it with dry air in place. We're not anticipating any significant rainfall at all, just a sprinkle or two possibly into Highlands County. As I mentioned in the tropics, this area of concern here, there's a chance it could develop. Although the 5-day forecast has now dropped from 80% to 60% chance of this developing, while the next 2 days it has a 60% chance for development. Reconnaissance aircraft will fly out to it possibly tomorrow. They may cancel that depending upon if that shear is still strong and there hasn't been much development as far as the satellite imagery goes. As far as we're concerned, it's not going to be a big issue. It doesn't appear for the United States at this point, even if it were to develop as a result of that cold front I mentioned coming our way. The forecast models are all taking it to the north and then eventually off to the northeast, so it should not be a factor for us. But I don't think that will be the last one. There's still a possibility for more tropical development, especially in the Caribbean, where water temperatures are still very warm there, upper 80s, and if that front doesn't make it all the way down, this will still be a hotbed of activity, at least a possibility for future development through the month of November. Well, as far as the forecast goes, you can see the front coming down. There it is, pushing it off into the Atlantic, and then behind it, much cooler air. This is 11 p.m. Friday, so by Saturday morning, things will be quite nice there. As far as temperatures go, Chicago now 57 degrees, Indianapolis at 59. Well, boaters, tomorrow, northeast winds 10 knots. Seas will be 2 feet with a light chop, and the bays and inland waters will have that light chop again on Friday, but then it starts to pick up over the weekend, so be careful if you plan on boating over the weekend. Could have some issues there. Tides upcoming, high tide at 2:45 and sunrise at 7:33. Mostly fair, warm, northeast winds 5 to 10 for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, looks good, partly cloudy in the afternoon, and north winds at 5 to 10. The extended forecast calling for finally fall for Saturday and Sunday with highs in the upper 70s and lows in the low 60s. Right?
All right, nice change. Thank you, Bob. In the aftermath of Hurricane Matthew, more federal aid is on the way to Florida counties. Today, FEMA announced assistance for Brevard and Indian River, as well as Putnam and St. Johns counties. Governor Scott wants more of the East Coast included. St. Johns County remains under a state of emergency. The storm hit nearly 2 weeks ago. And the storm has led to more than 75,000 insurance claims being filed with the state, with losses of nearly $500 million. Most of the claims involve residential property. Volusia County had the highest number filed. Now, by comparison, Hurricane Hermine the previous month resulted in just 18,000 claims, totaling about $95 million. An inmate on work detail suddenly overpowered and kidnapped a corrections officer in Polk County today. It happened at a park in Bartow and ended 2 counties away in Pinellas. Police say David Ross, seen here, was able to lock 4 other inmates who were working with him at the park into a small building nearby. Then he took off in a city work truck with the corrections officer with him. Pinellas County deputies knew the inmate, so they were on the lookout for him in St. Petersburg, where he was found and then taken back into custody.
They caught the guy, and he was down on the ground, and 3 cops had their guns on him, telling him not to move. And he would intentionally just pick up his head and go like this and kick his feet. And they're like, don't move, don't move.
The corrections officer was unharmed. Now, before this stunt, the inmate was set for release in 2.5 years. That'll change. Those other 4 inmates were still in the park, just sitting and waiting inside that building. Witnesses report a loud crash followed by debris raining down at a construction site in Miami today. 4 people on the ground were injured after scaffolding collapsed in the city's Brickell neighborhood. The building's developer says a section of formwork fell from the top of that structure. More problems for Wells Fargo tonight. California's Attorney General is launching a criminal investigation into the bank's sales practices. That's in connection to bank employees creating up to 2 million unauthorized accounts over the years to reach sales goals. It's not clear who the Attorney General is targeting in this probe. Wells Fargo is based in San Francisco. Its CEO is retiring, effective immediately. A celebration in Toronto today, but for which baseball team? Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We're getting ready for our live post-debate show tonight. We've got Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, Libertarian candidate for president, Gary Johnson. Ken Bone is live from Las Vegas, and kids will tell us what they thought of the debate. That's all next on Jimmy Kimmel Live. What?
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Come experience the precision, performance, and power of the Ram 1500 during Ram Power Days at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the comfort, gizmos, and gadgets you'd find in a luxury vehicle. And right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Bella siccome un angelo in terra per...
Sarasota Opera presents Donizetti's Don Pasquale. 6 performances from October 28th through November 13th. Reserve your tickets at sarasotaopera.org.
Now, sports.
The Cavaliers already ended the city of Cleveland's 52-year championship drought with that win in June in the NBA. But now the Indians are just 4 wins away from joining in the fun. The Tribe heads to its first World Series since 1997. They haven't won a World Series since 1948, but today they shut out the Blue Jays in Toronto 3-0 to win the American League pennant. The celebration went from the field into the clubhouse, plenty of champagne included.
We always said that if we could do it with this group, it would be so special because this is as close to a family feel as you can get in a professional setting. So for that part of it, it is beyond feeling good.
I can't wait to see what it's like in Cleveland, honestly. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think, obviously they got a taste of the basketball championship, and the crowds for the playoff games at home have been special, as you would expect them to be. But, I'm looking forward to seeing how they react.
I like it. The Cleveland Indians will be the first. They'll be the home team in the World Series for the first time in franchise history since the American League won the All-Star game earlier this year. They don't know who they'll be playing yet because the Cubs and Dodgers are still at it, but the Cubs are leading 10-2 in the 7th. If the Cubs go on to win, they'll have tied the series at 2 games apiece in this best-of-7 series. The injury news getting worse for the Buccaneers. A day after placing Vincent Jackson on the injured reserve list, head coach Dirk Cutter says Doug Martin sustained a setback in his recovery. The running back has been dealing with a hamstring injury since the second week of the season. There was hope that Martin would be able to return against the 49ers on Sunday, but he did not take part in practice today. Your wake-up forecast is next. Stay with us.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
A state trooper saves the day for a traveler in need, a bald eagle that was hit by a Jeep in Osceola County. There it is. The first attempt to get the eagle off the highway didn't work so well because all the wings were flapping, but eventually the trooper got a new grip and scurried back to his patrol car with the eagle in tow. The eagle is now being treated at an animal sanctuary. Amazingly, it did not suffer any serious injuries. No complaints.
Yeah, how cool is that, huh?
This is not to be confused with a bald eagle rescue just last week that happened in Jacksonville after a driver found the eagle in the grill of a car. Not the kind of hood ornament you want to have.
No, but that was an amazing rescue right there. You know, the eagle knew it was hurt and just kind of let it pick him. That too is just pretty amazing.
This newscast has gone to the birds tonight.
A good story.
Yeah, tomorrow's forecast?
Looking good. Sunshine, plenty of it, and cooler weather on the way. You can see that front. That's going to be arriving on Friday evening, so get ready for a cool weekend. Finally.
It's a nice time of year.
We deserve it.
Sleep well, folks. See you tomorrow.